Okay, so here it is. The Timber Creek Black Panther review. Now, this one's a bit of an odd review because the whole bow isn't just Timber Creek. It's Timber Creek Riser, the Black Panther Riser, with Remington limbs. And for me, it feels odd. I'm not giving a full review on everything. It's a combo. Now, it's Timber Creek at the moment aren't doing IFL international, yeah, international limb fittings. They're not doing those types of limbs yet. They are in the works though. But this is an ILF riser, which it makes putting the whole thing together so much quicker. You're not faffing about with bolts and everything else. It's just so easy. You slide it on, slide it off. That's a massive benefit. Absolutely huge. So the rest of the riser. Chunky grip. I mean, like I said in the unboxing video, it's not the grip I was expecting. I thought it would just be a fairly stock grip. I'm so glad it's not. It's a chunky grip, but I like it. It's working. I mean, usually I prefer a nice low grip, but this grip for me, it's nice. It feels good in the hands, and it's quite nice and easy to draw back. You know, there's not really any strain there. While we're on drawing back, this is slightly odd. This bow is £40. The limbs are £40. The last bow, the Stalker, was £45. Now, when I draw this bow back, it feels like there is a lot more power behind it than there was in the Stalker. It's kind of the reverse of what I'm used to, given as this bow is it's got about 4, maybe 5 inches on the Stalker, maybe even more. I think this measured up at 60 inches tip to tip when it's strung up, whereas the Stalker was 54. So yeah, it's a big difference. But in terms of actually shooting, I mean, if you look at the site Merlin, where I bought this bow, links will all be down below. If you actually look at the description when you buy the full thing, it says that it's a smooth release, and yeah, it is. I mean, it's really nice to shoot. The Timber Creek Stalker was, in comparison, slightly aggy, slightly aggressive. It wanted that arrow to not be there, but this is it's got power behind it, and it sends that arrow down, but it doesn't feel aggressive to shoot, which is nice. It makes shooting a lot more relaxing. So, other features of this bow. It's tapped for stabilizers. It's tapped for an arrow rest. Maybe a pressure button if that's how you like to shoot. And that's it. There is nowhere for sights on this. This is aimed at traditional instinctive shooters, and I like it. I really like that. If you've seen my unboxing video, you know that there was a little bit of a mishap when this first turned up. There wasn't a string, which obviously now has been rectified, and there wasn't this. Now I'm just going to call it a shelf because I don't know what else to call it. On the invoice I got from Merlin, it just says Timber Creek accessory. Some people are big fans of this, some people aren't. I like it. I mean, it's, as you can see, it's not in all the way, which is slightly annoying, but it holds the arrow really well. And obviously there is a lot of protection to the riser from the arrow, which is, it's nice all round. It feels nice to draw back on. There's no real issues when you shoot the arrow. It's a nice little feature. I'm quite happy with it, and I've not seen anywhere else other than Timber Creek that has this type of design. So it's a bigger bow. Is it still a field bow? Yeah, of course it is. I mean, yeah, it's obviously it's a lot bigger than the bows I was shooting. The Stalker is, as I said before, it's about 54 inches tip to tip, and the bow I had before that was more or less the same. So this has been a bit of an adjustment. It big long bows, to me at least, feel clunky, difficult to maneuver. I mean, it's I put my nocking point on earlier, and I hit the table with the bow, and I hit the floor with the bow, and I hit a wall, and during shooting this I've hit the mirror here. So yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve, but that's more reflected on me more than anything else. The other thing I'm still getting used to is the weight. Now it's when you hold it, it's not a massively heavy bow, but the last 4 bows that I've had have all been relatively light. I mean, I think the only other bow that comes close to this weight-wise was a compound bow, which I didn't have very long. But yeah, it's not heavy while you hold it, but while you're shooting, I mean, maybe not you, but definitely me, I really start to feel it in my shoulder, where the weight is just getting a bit too much. But that's not really on the bow. That's on me and not being used to heavy bows. All prices will be down below, but this whole setup with the riser and the limbs will cost you about £200, give or take a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's an ILF system, so if you've already got limbs, or you think you can get limbs, ILF limbs elsewhere cheaper, then yeah, just buy the riser. I mean, it's a good riser, and I stand by what I said in the unboxing video. It feels like granite. Obviously, it's not made of granite, but that's the finish feel, and I like it. I mean, I do. I really like it. I mean, I don't just buy bows willy-nilly. I mean, £200 is a lot of money to spend on a bow. So it's something I was thinking about for a very long time, and I like the look. It's I mean, everything about the riser in general, I really love. I love the whole blackout. I love the wooden grip. Really love this little shelf accessory. It's nice. And then when you buy the full package, just the combination of the light wood color on the limbs, the Flemish twist string, it's nice. I definitely think it's worth buying. I mean, obviously, if you prefer shooting with sights, it's not going to be for you. It's just not. But if you're an instinctive shooter, if you're a traditional shooter, or if you want to go that way, then yeah, this bow is really nice. So that being said, let's go shoot. So there we go. That was the Timber Creek Black Panther. I'm going to come out with a load of excuses now of my shots. Sun was in my eyes. Yeah, sun was in my eyes. There you go. And also, just for the record, it's now just gone 11:30 and I have just come off of a night shift. So I'm not going to be the best shot in the world, but hopefully I'll be able to take the bow up to the club tomorrow, as I'm just way too tired to do it today. But I mean, it's such a smooth shot, and you know, when I miss, which happened now and then, whether it's a small bit or a big bit, it is me that's missing. It's not the bow. It's nothing on this bow that's sending my arrows this way or that way. So yeah, it's a good bow. I mean, I had issues. I had nagging little issues with the Stalker, but I don't really have them with this. I mean, the grip's nice, the riser looks nice. I know it's all black, but then you're ordering a bow called the Black Panther. Don't really expect it to come to you bright pink, but it's nice. I mean, it is nice, and I think it's well worth the money. So yeah, hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later.